show you what real power is all about.
All right. Yeah. Oh no.
Really?
You ruined it, Chad.
Well, how does it feel? Pretty fast?
So fast. This is a wide lens.
Busy road today.
Yeah. I feel like traffic in general has been pretty bad today.
Oh yeah. Oh, she rips. Damn. That's fast, bro.
We need a little more space.
Yeah, you do. That's really fast. That's way faster than your car.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Feels like 200 horse quicker than your car. What the hell's going on? God damn. This thing is spicy. It's crazy how it still feels like pretty safe though.
Yeah.
Like it's not terrifying.
It's not like the 8.
The 8
like,
still, where the 8 is still the scariest car that you have
I
or
think
had.
this would be in the 8, I think.
Really?
I think so.
That's so weird how how much different it feels though. What's happening?
She got a little warm. Sorry, Bobby.
Because I got in the car.
Probably.
Well, we broke your car, Bob. It's fast.
Okay.
It's super fast.
She got warm. I mean, I'm worried that. Remember when last time I checked this, you're. You're me?
That's what he said.
No, Bobby. I'm worried that you got thirsty. Don't do any more pulls.
Pull in this car before. Like an actual pull, I haven't even done.
You can turn that off. So we may have broke Bobby's car. This right here is the puddle of coolant that came out from her car. As you guys saw, Jared and I went on a little ripper, did 2 pulls, let off after the second pull, noticed the temp gauge was rising. Cranked the heat, the temp gauge came back down to normal. Got back to the shop and smelled coolant, as you guys saw. So my fear is that we have officially, dare I say it, lifted the head and blown the head gasket. That is my fear, that is my initial thought is, oh shit, we blew the head gasket. And the reason I think that is because of this one thing right here. This is her coolant overflow. So when you lift a head gasket, it will pressurize the coolant system and push, if I can get it off, push coolant into the coolant overflow. So the first thing I did was I popped this cap off, worried that it was going to be full. And it is full. Second thing, there is a leak in the coolant system now. There was not, as far as I'm aware, a leak in the coolant system before. It does look like one of the heater core hoses is now leaking, and the reason why it could be leaking is because if we did lift the head and it pressurized the coolant system, it's very, very possible that it put so much pressure in the coolant system that it burst that line. It's not completely burst open, but it's definitely leaking. So that is scenario 1. Scenario 1 is that we lifted the head. Scenario 2, and of course this is the scenario that we are hoping for, is that we did not lift the head. So the reason why I think we lifted the head is because the coolant overflow is full. The reason why I think we did not lift the head is because I haven't even checked the oil yet. I should probably check the oil. But I did not see any white smoke behind the car. When I have lifted a head in the past on any other car, it will blow a bunch of white smoke out because coolant enters the combustion chamber as well, and it burns it, shoots it out the exhaust, and it's white. Now, I'm gonna go check the oil on the car. If the oil is milky, like it was when we bought this car with a blown head gasket, ironic enough, the oil and coolant were mixing. The oil was very full and milky. Oil level is not over full. It is perfect, and I do not see any milk in it whatsoever. Now it still could be a lifted head, but it's just not mixing. Very, very possible. So like I said, we have two scenarios. Scenario 1, we lifted the head. Scenario 2, we did not lift the head, and that leak in the heater core hose just happened to happen, and it started leaking out. And then the car started overheating because of course it was pissing out coolant. Now, I guess in scenario 2, if we did not lift the head, why the coolant overflow would be full, I don't know. Honestly, it doesn't really make sense. The only thing I can think of is that I forgot to drain it from the previous owner when the previous owner lifted the head on this car and we bought it. I'm not so sure I ever drained or removed the coolant overflow. So I guess we got to figure out what the hell happened. What I do know is we've ripped this car many, many times, and the second Jared gets in the car, we have problems. So Jared, hate to break it to you, brother, but you broke Bobby's car. Damn it, Jared. I'm gonna go ahead and remove the intake real quick and figure out that leak. Let's get that sorted, and then I can deal with other stuff. This thing shit out all the coolant.
God damn, did you lose all of it?
Apparently.
Bro. Holy shit.
Oh, there we go. About half. Car was extremely low on coolant. I would say about half gallon low on coolant, which is very, very low. I did get the heater core hose fixed, so I took a peek down there, noticed that white there, knew immediately that it was this hose that was leaking, and you can see some crackage. Let's go try this thing out. We're gonna go for another rip. I don't know if I dare bring Jared because it's probably gonna break again, but I think I'll take my chances. So here's the plan. If we can do a pull and we come back to the shop and the coolant overflow is not full again, we're good. If it is full, sorry, Bobby, but I'm gonna have to, you know, get you a better motor, even though this is built to the hilt, 625s and everything. I don't know how you could do better. It again, you buy it.
Round 2.
You ready, B?
Did you just cook that bird? Oh.
Spicy unit!
Yeah, that thing's...
Huh.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. It ain't overheating.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do one more little pull.
Yeah. I feel like it was just that hose.
Just for safe measures. But why would it never leak up until now, you know? It's all very sus.
I don't know. Oh, holy shit. This thing's fast as hell.
We're gonna hit it 1, 2.
Oh yeah, that's a ripper. Dang.
Alright, well, she's good to go. That was what, 4 pulls back to
Yeah,
back?
that's...
Bobby, your car's fixed. We tried to put a lot of coolant in it, not just a little, a lot, and she's good to go.
Yeah. Bob's gonna be happy.
Yeah. What
That
the fuck?
new build.
You see it? It's all burnt down. We hit about 4 back-to-back rippers. I like my pliers that didn't fly off. You ready for this? The true test. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ah, it's fucking full. No way.
Well.
So just because, and it doesn't really make sense, but I decided to try a different radiator cap. Don't ask why, I just did. I'm gonna go do a quick pull, see if it fills up the overflow again. And then if it does, I'm gonna come back to the shop, pull the valve cover, retorque the head, but I'm guessing the head gasket's probably already shot on the car. It's easy to swap head gasket on the car. I'm not too concerned with it, and I do think Bobbi does want to change up the turbo. She may want a different turbo in the car, so if we got to pull the head, the turbo kit, of course, is coming off as well. So as you guys just saw, the overflow is of course full again. Our radiator cap was not suspect. I am gonna go ahead and pop the valve cover real quick. If I'm not mistaken, we don't have to pull the cams to torque the head. And it's a possibility that after a few heat cycles, they are not torqued down to spec. But like I said earlier, being that this thing's already pushing coolant, I'm 99% sure that the head gasket is gonzo. About 15 minutes later, the valve cover is off. We have very easy access to all of the head stud nuts. They all go to 100 foot-pounds. Let's slap a torque wrench on there and see how they're looking. Ooh, that is very loose. Uh-oh. Yep, we got a massive problem. Let's pull that out. So I don't know if you guys just saw that, but we have a loose stud, which you know what that means? Maybe. Yeah, a loose stud, which means I think it pulled the threads out of the block, which is no good. Let me pull the stud. Yeah, it's not coming out smooth at all. So I think this thing, instead of stretching a head stud, it just pulled the threads right out of the block. Bobbi's not gonna be happy about that. It's either that or the stud's about to snap in half, one of the two. Which I doubt because it's a 625.
Hello.
Hi.
What's going on?
Just, you know, looking at your car. You're gonna need a hug for this one.
What'd you do? Did you tell them what you did?
I didn't really do anything technically.
Okay.
All right, we have two pieces of information here. Okay, we have a piece of good news and we have a piece of bad news. What do you want first?
The bad news.
Hold this. I'm gonna show you something, okay? And I want you to like try to figure out what's wrong.
Something's loose. Broken.
Do you want the good news or the bad news first?
I said the bad news.
The bad news is pretty fucking bad. I don't know if you
I
want.
have a lifted head?
It's worse.
What?
You do have a lifted head, yes, but it's not. You have a lifted head, but the reason it lifted is because. So, I'll just pull this out. Let me explain it to you, and let me just show you instead of explaining. Okay.
For real?
I remember talking to you about this when we were building this motor, and I'm like, I hope this head stud torques down right, and it did, but now it doesn't. So I'll just show you. So this is a head stud, okay? Ooh, come over here. It's very oily. This is your stud. This is the highest end head stud you can get for an Evo 10. This is the ARP 625 Plus. Now the problem with running the best head studs you can get is instead, like when you're making a lot of power, high boost, a lot of timing, there's a lot of cylinder pressure, and instead of this head stud stretching, which would cause the head to lift,
It's good.
this right here,
Yeah.
that's aluminum, you see it?
Yeah.
Those are your threads out of your block. So instead of this stretching like the ARP like 2000 or maybe an L19 would, it's so strong that it just pulled out.
So why are those considered good if they are like that and they don't flex?
Honestly, I don't have the answer for that.
We will never run that again.
No, they're good. So what could possibly be a scenario is those threads were weak from the previous owner. It did torque fine, 100 foot-pounds previously, like when we built the car, obviously. But now she won't even take 2 foot-pounds. So, I mean, it's not really, it's no one's fault. It's just,
It is what it is.
it is what it is. The shitty part is the whole motor's coming apart, everything. That's the shitty part. Would you like the good news? Yet.
Yes.
You can drive this car forever. It's gonna push coolant when you build boost. But if you drive it like the BRZ or any other car, it'll be fine forever. So what I'm thinking, I want to change the setup if you want to, provided you want to.
I do.
I know you do. I don't like the Borg. I think the Borg Warner's for queers.
Yeah.
And we can time insert your block, so your block's still fine. Everything in your motor's fine. It's not gonna be expensive, it's just time. But I know you want to change the turbo setup anyway, so I mean, it is a perfect time to throw in the JDC head stud, or the JDC exhaust manifold studs when you have the motor out. So, I mean, it's kind of meant to be. But no, I was kind of surprised, because I pulled the valve cover, I was gonna retorque everything. They were all tight, got to this one, and nothing. Just,
So that's what caused the head to lift?
yeah, because
Too much pressure?
this holds the head down.
Yeah.
Right? Because there's a block, your head sits here, nut goes here, and it holds it, it clamps it down.
So the head will still be in place if I drive it normally?
Yeah.
If that's in it?
I'll put this back in. It might torque like 20 or 30 foot-pounds. Just don't boost. Because now your head is going like, instead of it just sitting here, it's going like this whenever you haul ass. Like you can go do poles, it's just going to push coolant into your thing, and then one day when you don't have enough coolant, it's going to overheat, and you know, bigger problems.
It overheated today.
Because it was pushing coolant.
Because you're ripping on her?
But it didn't happen today. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Because it was already full.
It's been sus for a while.
Do you remember we got it on the lift and there's coolant underneath the car? I'm like, what the fuck's going on here? So I don't know when this happened. Like I said, it could have been already hurt, like weak from the previous owner when they lifted the head. I don't know. I'm just guessing.
I just can see the comments right now saying that I maybe was too harsh on Barry, but I have never done a pull in this car before.
You can roast me. I don't give a fuck. I do pulls back to back to back.
But that's not the reason why I did that.
No, this is a very well built motor. It's just, you know.
I just want to let people know I haven't even really got to fully enjoy this car.
Bobby, it'll be fixed and better than ever.
Got it.
And guess what? If your block is bad, I have, which it's not, but I am looking at 4B11 blocks up there.
Well, this is the best block you can get on the market.
You want to know how to fix your car?
Yes.
I'll show you. All you gotta do is you just close the hood and you go drive it.
I can do that.
All right, you know the rules. Less than 10 pounds of boost, she'll live forever. More than 10 pounds of boost, your headset might start peeking through your valve cover.
Gopher hole in?
We don't like your gopher hole in.
Okay.
All right, fire it up. See, it still runs. All the way back. You would never know there's no threads in the block. She's good to go. Well, of course, we're not pulling that motor tonight, so guess what we're gonna do tonight? Bobby, you excited for this? Yeah. A new shop mod. This is a mod I've been wanting for a while. I went to Harbor Freight the other day. They were on sale, so I bought 2 of them. And we're gonna go ahead and assemble one. Jared, you can assemble the other whenever you're bored. Here you go. The new shop mod is, dun dun dun, a Franklin Industrial Service Cart. How exciting, dude. There's so many things I need to do to the shop. I need to put them on the whiteboard. I have one list on the whiteboard. That's all Orange Evo shit I gotta finish. But shop mods I need to accomplish. I need to build the powder coat booth and buy the new powder coat gun. I need to build this. We need to set up all of the zinc stuff that I bought about 6 months ago so we can redo zinc hardware, which is all hardware, it's all zinc coated. I need to set up the hardware bins onto the wall. I need to clean the toolbox, and that's about it. But that's a lot of shit. I should pick one task a week and get her done, huh?
One task a day.
One task a day? Then that's all I would do.
It's okay.
I don't want to do shop mods, Bobby. You know how nice this is going to be working underneath a car instead of like reaching down and breaking my back to grab a 12 mil or 10 mil off the ground? You just reach down into the tool cart.
Let's see it.
This is going to help tremendously when I'm rebuilding your engine.
You think?
Yes.
She's almost there. Taking a little longer than normal.
Try put on it.
Me? Can you turn me around?
A little high. Is that done?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Good.
This is handy. Holy shit. So you can put, it looks like an egg right here. Like it's a good egg hole.
Or just like nuts and bolts.
No, egg.
Okay.
And then your Coors Light goes there.
Nice.
So, yeah. Hopping?
Holy crap, this thing really is sturdy.
Where would you like to go?
I don't know. Just around the shop, please. Do you want to ride in it?
Sure.
Okay.
Is it sturdy?
Yeah, it's really sturdy.
Okay, I'm ready for my excursion.
Honey, why are your legs open like that?
I'm airing out my dick.
Okay. Holy shit. You're kind of heavy. What do you think? It's way funner in here.
Is it?
Yeah.
Water, please. Oops. Blew my head gasket.
This should be the thumbnail right here.
Pretty badass cart. If you want a similar one, I'll link the bitch down below. If you want a blown head gasket, Bobbi Evo 10, you can pay $5K and she's yours. Deal? Even though your wheels costed half that. Okay, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Pretty bunk, pretty whack, but it is what it is. Good night. This thing's bitching. Where should I put it? Or should I like hang it up on the wall for decoration? No?